On an isolated island off the coast of Scotland, Michael lives alone with his dog. Once a week, Jessie and her uncle bring him supplies, however Michael always avoids them. One day when Jessie leaves the crate at the house, she also leaves a small gift. After the boat is gone, Michael grabs the crate and abandons the gift on the floor. He spends the rest of the day drinking and playing chess against himself. The following week, Jessie breaks the rules by knocking on his door. Michael scolds her as he grabs the new crate and tries to close the door, but Jessie stops it with her foot and offers the gift again. She asks him why he never greets them, but instead of answering, Michael moves her foot and closes the door. Jessie yells that she isn't afraid of him before leaving. The gift is left on the doorstep again. On the boat, the uncle hears alerts of a strong storm coming. The sky is already becoming dark and the waves are getting violent. After some struggle, Jessie manages to get on her boat and starts rowing, but the waves soon take her oars and push her into the water. Her uncle wants to help her, however the waves are pushing down his boat as well. On the island, the dog whines while looking out the window, causing Michael to finally notice what's happening. As he runs out of the house, he accidentally kicks the gift. Michael gets on his boat and slides down a platform to reach the water, turning on the engine to move as fast as possible. Jessie has managed to resurface, but her legs are stuck in a net so she can't swim. The waves push her underwater again and she falls unconscious. Then Michael jumps into the water and untangles the net to finally free Jessie. He wants to rescue her uncle as well, but unfortunately he drowned after the waves trapped him in his boat. Michael brings Jessie to his own boat and starts doing CPR until she's breathing again. In the evening, Jessie wakes up on Michael's bed. She asks for her uncle, so Michael has to tell her what happened, causing her to cry. Jessie doesn't leave the bed for the rest of the day and Michael sleeps on the couch. The next morning, Michael takes care of Jessie's ankle, which is swollen and covered in cuts from the net. Jessie asks him why he hasn't called the police and wonders if anyone knows she's there, but Michael only tells her to rest. While he gets a drink, Jessie snaps and demands to be taken back to the mainland, saying her family will be looking for her. However, Michael knows she doesn't have a family. Her mother died and she never met her father. After Michael goes outside, Jessie leaves the bed and desperately searches his desk until she finds a knife. She can hear him coming, so she hurries back to the bed and hides the knife under her pillow. That night, Michael is awakened by the noises Jessie is making because of a nightmare. He tries to check on her, but as soon as he touches her arm, she wakes up and threatens him with a knife. Michael tells her it was just a dream and teaches her how to use a knife correctly. As days pass, Michael keeps taking care of Jessie. He carries her to the bathroom, prepares meals, and handles her injuries. Jessie eventually can walk outside and spend some time with the dog, which Michael appreciates. One afternoon, Jessie asks him how he knows her family, so Michael reveals that he and her uncle served together in the Royal Marines. She realizes she doesn't know his name, but Michael refuses to share it. When he tells her that the dog doesn't have a name, Jessie decides to call him Jack. Then Jessie comments on Michael's chess moves, revealing she's a very good player. Michael decides to check on her ankle and notices it's infected, but he refuses to go to a hospital and promises to get what's needed. After Michael leaves on his boat, Jessie looks at his desk and discovers he's made a drawing of her and Jack. When she opens the drawer, she notices that Michael did open the gift after all. It's a snow globe with a lighthouse, like the one on the island. In London, a government committee is chewing out Manafort for illegally using his surveillance program named Thea. This program has tapped into every single phone and camera in the UK to collect and store information. Manafort tries to defend Thea, claiming that it's prevented dozens of attacks and has led to the identification of numerous terrorists. After the hearing, Manafort meets with the Prime Minister to discuss how the fallout of the Thea program is a national embarrassment for the government. The Prime Minister turns off the recording equipment on her desk and proposes a deal. Manafort will be fired in the eyes of the public so the government can pretend to show accountability and his protege Roberta will take over. In return, Manafort will be allowed to hide and run the Thea program in secret. Manafort agrees and the Prime Minister congratulates him on his retirement. In Scotland, Michael goes to the pharmacy and tries to avoid all the cameras while he shops. Then he goes to a clothing store and makes sure to avoid all the cameras again, which means he grabs the closest clothes instead of looking for something fitting. When he leaves, he walks behind some girls taking a selfie. His face is caught on camera and soon the Thea program flags him as a violent terrorist. Manafort's protege Roberta sends an assault team after him. On the island, Michael bandages Jessie's ankle properly and gives her some sweets with the medicine. He also gives her the clothes and surprisingly they fit well. That night, Michael interrupts their dinner when he hears a noise outside. He uses his binoculars to investigate and sees a boat coming to the island. Michael tells Jessie to lock herself up in the bathroom and not to make a single sound until he comes back. She takes a knife before going to the bathroom, and Michael also gets a blade before rushing outside to get things ready. As soldiers get off the boat,